The Steinke Physical Education Center in Texas A&M Kingsville, also known as the SPEC, is where students and others will come for various reasons. The man it was named after was one of the all-time great coaches in the school's athletic history.
The Steinke Physical Education Center was built in 1970. Gil Steinke was a very successful football coach, played football here, was a football coach here, the head football coach, and was also the athletic director. I really don't know how long, I'm going to say maybe 30 years, and was very involved in collegiate athletics, and really was probably the driving force to get a brand new building built. And so they chose to name the building after him.
Part of the reason why students come to the SPEC is for recreational purposes.
We have an 8-lane bowling alley, a 7-lane Olympic-sized swimming pool. We have 8 racquetball courts. All the equipment that we have, whether they're tennis rackets, racquetball courts, racquetball rackets, basketballs, all were bought with the Department of College of Education money for education. So we really, now that we have a full-service student recreation department, we very rarely loan out our equipment. Well, we really don't take reservations hardly for anything anymore. We don't rent out the pool.
Okay.
We don't rent out the bowling alley any longer. Now there are some student organizations that will come in and rent 4 or 5 lanes, you know, to have a mixer or a meet and greet. A lot of the Greeks have a social time there, but all they do is come and bowl.
The racquetball courts are offered to TAMUK students and other university associates, and they also have time limits for them as well.
We start at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We do not take reservations. It's first come, first serve. And we allow students, faculty, or staff to use racquetball courts. And we limit their use to 1 hour unless there is absolutely no one playing. But most of the time we have enough service and use that we really, when you get an hour's worth of racquetball, other people are already waiting in line for your racquetball court.
The SPEC also has a swimming pool available for TAMUK students and associates. The pool is also offered to the general public at certain times.
Well, the swimming pool is one of the items that is available for the general public to use. But basically we have, the pool is open for lap swimming Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 and from 5 to 6. From 6 to 8 in the evening, Monday through Friday, we have recreational swimming. Kids can come in and horse around, play, dive on the diving board, those kinds of things. And it's also open on the weekends from 2 to 4, basically just for recreational swimming. Now, to continue that, you can, if you're from the general public, you're not associated with the university in any way, you can also buy a pool pass, and right now that's $100 a semester. And when you do that, you have the same access to the swimming pool as anybody that works here or goes to school here.
Also available for TAMUK students, TAMUK associates, and the general public is the bowling alley, which also has its own times and regulations.
Bowling alley is basically a full-service bowling alley, and it's somewhat like the swimming pool. It's open to the general public. And it's open Monday through Friday from 5 to 9. It's open on the weekends, and those weekend hours vary. Right now we charge $1.25 per game, and we charge 50 cents to rent shoes. It's really very cheap entertainment. But once again, the bowling alley was built and designed to teach bowling to the university students.
In the gymnasium, several banners have been hung that display the school's athletic accomplishments.
When Dr. Talent was hired as the president of the university, he thought it was appropriate for the SPEC, since that's where we have graduation. He decided to hang banners that represented all of our athletic accomplishments when the school began until currently. And if you go in and take a look around the banners, they will tell you anything from the 1930s to current. quite accomplishments by all of our athletic teams. Well, the SPEC hours generally are 5 to 10. It's quite a unique building in design and use, and I would tell you that most kids that go to the university, this will be one of the buildings that they will visit. But most of the time, this is probably one of the heavily traveled places on campus. Most kids will come here, throughout their college career.
Various events take place in the gymnasium throughout the school year.
We also have a full-service gymnasium, which we hold 3 commencements a year. We hold one in the spring, one in the summer, and one in the fall. And we also have women's volleyball, collegiate volleyball, and collegiate men's and women's basketball. This is their venue for that event.